Hey everyone, it's another Dragon Age Inquisition day. Today we are just picking up where we left off last episode, which was the time when we completed the quest to bring down or take down the apostate stronghold here in Witchwood, which is a sub-region of the Hinterlands. Pardon my voice, because I'm sick again. Let's pick up some elf fruit, pick up some resources. We'll be doing that here and there. Doesn't really take that much time to pick up stuff. It's actually going up ladders that takes a bit more of time. Oh, black wolves. Wow, I think this is the first time in this playthrough that we are encountering black wolves. Aggressive animals, and I don't know why. Oh, what is that? Is that a bull? It's a bull.
No normal wolf would fight with such determination.
The breach may have driven them mad, or perhaps a demon took command of the pack.
Yeah, that's true. Cause I don't think wolves are that aggressive. Because Druffy. Okay. I feel like that might be a quest related spawn. So let's make sure that we don't hit Druffy. Yeah, it's very rare that local wildlife would, attack us in Dragon Age Inquisition. So that must be something that's quest related. Okay, let us try to get to that new camp here. And we see a rift. Okay, this is the first time that we're encountering level 12. That's twice our current level. This is the first time we're encountering an enemy with a red skull mark, which probably denotes that, we shouldn't even be trying. But I don't know. We might get lucky. Or not, because all of us now are half health. And we only have one potion left. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna try to disrupt this rift so that it can weaken enemies. We might just be able to make it. I hope so. I guess this area isn't suitable for us. Because like I said in the previous episode, Dragon Age Inquisition enemies don't scale in level with your character. So if something is too hard for you at the moment, you can always save it for later. You can always come back. Okay. I don't think we can make it. We have no potions left. Cassandra perished. Varric's next. We're getting decimated here. Oh, oh no. I don't think we can make it. Too bad because he's like the only demon left. Isn't he? No! Soulless, good luck. Run! I don't know if he can make it. Oh. Your journey ends. I think this is only our second death so far. And we're 7 episodes in. Okay, we're back near Druffy. Maybe there is a quest to lure him back to his master or something. This is my first time seeing, it's our first time seeing that kind of livestock. Is he a bull? I think we should discover that cap first. Restock, resupply, and then try again. Just one last time, and if we still can't make it. Because, you know, I have a feeling we could make it. Because I think that was the last, wave. Anyway, and there was one greater terror left. So we might be able to make it. Let's see. Okay, we have some spindleweed here. And our
Decent spot to
camp.
camp.
Yeah. It is a pretty good place to lay our heads down for a while. Okay, now we are at full health and our health healing potions rather have been replenished. So this rift is called Rifts on the Farm. Here we go. I hope we can make it this time. Oh, already, Cassandra, already! No, Varric! Resurrect me! Resurrect me! I'm trying. There. Okay, let's resurrect Cassandra wherever she is. Okay, she's down here. We can make this. We can make this. Oh wow, they fly. There's 4 of us against this one, is it a shade? But don't stand near that spawn point. I almost forgot. No, Cassandra, it's always her. Oh my. Okay, we can't. I don't think we can make this. I'm trying to resurrect myself. No. Your journey ends. And this is our 3rd death, and I think it's just best to save that rift for later. Let's pick up some other quests and complete some other quests that we've obtained. It's just best to steer clear of that northwestern area. A letter in an empty home engine. They're telling everyone to leave until the mages and Templars stop burning everything down. I saw the way the merchants were looking, though. If we just flee, they'll pick our houses clean. Okay. So it seems that someone didn't want to leave because they wanted to protect their properties. I'd like to probably move a little to the south because it just seems like everything in the north is probably of higher level. Okay, we have, what are these? Wolves? There are more wolves. Oh. Poor wolves. You shouldn't have attacked us. Otherwise, we would have just ignored you people. Didn't want to hurt them. I'm just gonna sell some loot because I feel like we're full.
It's good to have common.
Yes, we've reached the end of our inventory slots. I remember in the previous episode that was our first time to have 0 slots left, to be over encumbered, or as I'd like to call it, over cucumbered. Too many cucumbers in our backpack. Or sack, I don't know what kind of inventory. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna sell the orders just cause I don't know. I feel like when it comes to these valuables or trinkets, I want to sell them one by one. And I'm gonna keep the nug totem too, just for fun, because I love nugs. And then the orders as well, just for proof in case we need it. But usually in these kind of games, they will put it in a different satchel or whatever, under different category, and they'll be called like quest items, so they will fall under the quest items category in your inventory.
Nothing to report, sir.
I don't know. I do like holding on to souvenirs. If you could see my current playthrough in Skyrim, I've kept every legendary or named weapon and armor, even accessories that I've picked up, and I would always like take them back to my player home, and I organize them into categories. One, containers for legendary weapons and Daedric weapons, another's for legendary named or Daedric armor. Oh, here we have a shard here. Let's see, this is an entirely different rift, so let's try this. Okay, that seems like this is more our speed, or rather our level. They are also the same level as us. We're level 6. That's why we are able to defeat them quite easily. Stop showing off, Solus! In every game, especially in BioWare games like Inquisition, Mass Effect, there's always that one or two, in this case two, companions that kind of annoy me, and I just bring them just because, you know, well, at this point we only have one mage and it's to our benefit that we bring Solus with us. It would take him to our, you know, take him exploring basically. We don't have any choice. But yes, as I mentioned, in all these, oh, another shard. In all these games, there are characters that we're not very fond of, but we still try to befriend them. It's because I believe that our cost is greater than our individual preferences. This looks like a Templar stronghold. Is this their stronghold? I wonder. Templars are always more difficult to deal with compared to other human enemies because of their heavy armor. They're tough. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this is a stronghold because we didn't complete any quest. But here's a mosaic piece and a landmark. Fort Connor was constructed by a young Arl Eamon after the Orlesians were driven from Ferelden. It was named in honor of Eamon's father, who died at the Battle of West Hill, and after whom the Arl named his son. Eamon was determined for Redcliffe to stand as a shining example of Ferelden's strength. He constructed Fort Connor to watch the King's Highway and protect the hinterlands against all enemies. It proved its fortitude against Darkspawn during the Fifth Blight, suffering damage only when the Darkspawn deployed emissaries. Eamon said proudly at the time that Fort Connor was unbreakable by anything short of magic, and for that, thank the Maker we have Templars. Excerpt from Living Redcliffe by Sister Dorcas Guerin. Okay. I remember we briefly talked about Connor and his father, Arl Eamon. Oh my, rather red lyrium. I said dark lyrium. What is a dark lyrium? It seems that this place is called Fort Connor. Templar encampment, brothers, we must listen to the call of the Maker himself, who has given us the duty to destroy these mages. By the rebellion, they have forfeited their right to live. They are not people, and any order that asks to end this just and righteous battle is a lie, a test sent by him to separate the faithful from the foolish. Okay, so these are, let's say, extremist, renegade Templars who are very much prejudiced against mages, and that was one of their encampments. Yeah, I didn't know that the reason why Arl Eamon named okay, another Templar encampment. We must be ready to fight not only the mages but those who sympathize with them. Have not the mages blood magic to trick the minds of the unwary? Are not most people as we know them sheep, ready to be led by those who speak with authority? The people must be protected from the mages. It is our right and our duty, but those who supply them with lyrium, those who offer them comfort and food, those who shirk their duty to supply us for a worthy fight, they are sympathizers who have lain with demons and can breed only abominations. Oh my. And they must be slain as such. We will wage our war from our camp off the west road, and we will not stop until this world is clean, a letter written in a crisp and educated hand. Okay, so these renegade Templars has a leader who seems very educated. Unfortunately, he's not a good person, and we need to unalive him. Yes, I was saying I didn't know that Arl Eamon's father was also named Connor, and that's why he named his son Connor too. Yes, we briefly mentioned in one of the previous episodes, Connor, the little boy, not the grandpa, not Arl Eamon's father, his son, little Connor, is, I'd say, an accurate example. I wouldn't say good because it was bad. An accurate example of possession, demonic possession in the world of Thedas. And that note also mentioned the fifth blight, which is basically, I'd say, the primary conflict of the first game, Dragon Age Origins, that was set during the fifth blight, and our character becomes a dark, not a dark spawn. Imagine if we had become a dark spawn. That would be really bad. I meant a Grey Warden. So I think you could choose between different races. If I'm not mistaken, the canonical hero or warden, as we like to call them, him or her. I think it's a her. The canonical warden of Dragon Age Origins is an elf mage or an elf. Probably not a mage, but an elf. Probably an elf warrior. Here, another landmark. Broken bridge. This bridge is broken recently. Okay. Templars to the west. Okay, we are very close to their stronghold. We can take care of that. Yes, so you can choose among different races of status
It is good
rather.
to see the Inquisition helping the refugees. It seems no one else will.
Okay, but what prompted that mind, Solus? We're not helping the refugees right now. I mean, yeah, by extension, we are helping the refugees. By defeating these outlaws, renegade Templars, apostate mages, keeping them safe. But I don't know, we're not directly helping the refugees right now. We're not giving them food or what. What a weird line. Let's see where this path will take us. as I was saying, yeah, um, if I'm not mistaken, the canonical warden in the first game is an elf. But if you chose to play as a human, then you would be a Kuzland. So you would also be a noble, like in Inquisition. And, well, regardless of the race that you choose, yeah, you will become a Grey Warden. You will be inducted into the Grey Wardens. And the Grey Wardens, they're just an organization. That's kind of like in charge of defeating darkspawns, because they're the only ones that can actually defeat darkspawns. I think if a regular person just oh, here's a loot. And a letter. A letter found on a dead body. Take it back, take it back, take it back. Dreams won't stop until you take it back to the Western Fortress. They will never stop. You will wake up screaming and find notes written by your own sleeping hand. Take it back. Take it back. If you've seen Switchcraft, you would know that line. Okay, I think the name of that quest is Return Policy, and it's a thief who stole something from the Western Fortress. Take it back. You would sometimes hear me make references to obscure pieces of media, like Switchcraft. I think this is the second time that I mentioned it. If ever you're going to develop an interest to that, please, the only place that you should look it up is on YouTube. Nowhere else. Don't look it up on Google. If a letter found on a dead dwarf. I don't care how many demons and apostates are in that area. The package was lost somewhere on the river north of those farms. Follow the river and find it, or we'll find you. Okay. So it seems like there's some sort of treasure that we need to find somewhere downstream. But yeah, some of the references that I'm making might be, well, especially Switchcraft. It's 18 plus, and it's not probably not for everyone to watch. It's an adult content, so if you want to look it up, make sure it's on YouTube, because it's censored there. It's safer to watch it there. But please, if you're under 18, please don't look it up. Wait until you're 18 and then so that you can kind of enjoy that meme, enjoy some of the lines of that obscure media. As I was saying, Dragon Age Origins, our warden, our protagonist, becomes the Grey Warden. That's why they're called the Warden.
We
And
should search the area.
okay, Cassandra, I know there's some sort of treasure here. But is it here? I don't see any openings, so is it not concealed by the waterfall? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's here. It's probably up there. Well, as I was saying, the Grey Wardens, I think if you're not a Grey Warden, if you're just like a regular soldier or warrior and you try to what do you call this? Eliminate dark spawns. I think they kind of like whoa. I was trying to break the rocks, the cliff, but unfortunately we can't do that. They kind of like there is no way to, you know, fully defeat dark spawns if you're not a Grey Warden. And in order to stop the blight, you have to defeat the Archdemon, which is some sort of a dragon from deep down the deep roads underneath the surface of the world. And only a Grey Warden has the capability rather to fully defeat an Archdemon to stop the blight. Because the dark spawns, they follow the Archdemon. So yeah, Grey Wardens is an organization.
The Templars have secured a position ahead.
Okay, so this is their stronghold. Good to know. Thank you for the audio cue. Cassandra. Yeah, the Grey Wardens are instrumental in just stopping blights. And maybe you'd ask, so like, where do the dark spawns come from? That's not something we should discuss. It's a very tragic and unfortunate matter. Okay, where are the rest of the Templars? Okay, we have one here. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Dragon Age Origins. It was set during the Fifth Blight. The main conflict of the game is that the main goal is to defeat the Archdemon and stop the blight. And then there are other conflicts like political intrigue and stuff. Yay! Did we get anything? Any purple equipment? Oh, there! A sword! The Swedish fingers. Finally, a nice purple sword for us, or for Cassandra. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, and then we still have that treasure here. And then Dragon Age 2, the main goal was to well, that one was a bit more. Okay, we got a belt, a blue belt. That one, the plot of that game was a bit more, I'd say complicated. There were a lot of things going on. It's mainly set in Kirkball, which is the Free Marches city-state. And our friend here, Varric, is from that place. And our main character in Dragon Age 2, I'd say is a refugee from the Fifth Blight and the area that was the center of the Fifth Blight that was, I'd say, affected the most was this area, Ferelden, this country. So I believe he and his family, canonically, I think it's a male character, protagonist. I think they're refugees from the Fifth Blight, from Ferelden, and yeah, they just wanted a safe new place to call home, and they went to Kirkwall, which is in the Free Marches, north of Ferelden. And there were a lot of other things going on in the game. There are the Kunari, which is one of those races, one of the playable races in Dragon Age, in the franchise. And they're the ones with the horns. They look like bulls or dragons, or I think they're related to dragons in some way through dragon blood.
The area ahead is well defended. Be ready.
I can't remember. But yeah, they are the people with the horns, and they hail from a different place. I think it's called Saharan. And they came, some of them came to Kirkwall, and in some ways they were kind of like invading. So you have that, you have politics in that game, and then you also have things going on in the Deep Roads. You have the brewing conflicts between mages and Templars. So yeah, all of that happened against the backdrop of the Fifth Blight. Oh, a bear! So chunky! Yeah, I think Dragon Age 2 is loaded with a lot of different conflicts. You also have family matters to attend to in that game, because you, or rather the main character, basically escaped Ferelden with his entire family. So there are things that you have to kind of deal with your sibling. You could choose between a sibling who is a mage, if I'm not mistaken, someone who became a mage, and then someone, or that same sibling could become a Grey Warden? I can't really remember. But yeah, the mage versus, the mage versus Templar, kind of like conflicts were also happening. Yeah, I believe you have two siblings. Or is it just one, depending on the...
Did you believe the Conclave could achieve peace, Cassandra?
the protagonist that he
As
chose.
did we all.
The Templars went to war to force mages back into their circles, which the mages would never agree to. What solution could Divine Justinia have offered when all sides rejected compromise?
The war was going nowhere for either side. That they went at all showed they realized this.
Or they believed the other side would relent.
We shall never know now.
Interesting. Yeah, that is true. We really don't know what would have happened if the Conclave was able to push through and safely without the eruption and the destruction. Would there be peace? Would there be a truce between mages and the Templars? Or would the divine have no choice but to call for an inquisition? Like this. Okay, this is a bit, you know, challenging. More challenging than the first Constellation minigame. I'm just gonna speed it up. I'm just gonna go straight to when we manage to complete it, just so we don't waste too much time. Okay, here we go. I think this is our final try. It took me a few times, but I figured it out without having to look it up. There we go. Yes, that looks like a dragon. Draconis, called High Dragon in common parlance. The constellation Draconis is always depicted by a dragon in flight. Recently, it has come into question whether this was the case in the ancient Imperium. Most of Enter Dragon imagery was reserved for the old gods, so why would they dedicate a constellation to dragons in general when specific dragons were held in such reverence? The speculation is fueled by older drawings showing Draconis as more serpentine in appearance, perhaps depicting a sea creature. Okay, interesting. It's nice to learn about these different constellations and what they symbolize in this universe. Oh, that is a new resource item called Crystal Grace. I wonder what it's for. Probably for healing or a different type of potion. Let's see. We have a big space here. It looks like a Greek or a Roman ruin. I wonder what it was for, what it was built for. There we go, a landmark, another stanza for the saga of Tyr the Bright Axe. She is an average chieftain, strong, her tribe with dwarven trade, battles brought to men and demons, one with wisdom, fire and blade. Then did Tyrda look to Hendir, dwarf prince friend, children giver, took her freedom, Hendir glad, wished her what he could not give her, chose her child to stand as chieftain. After, okay. So is Hendir a dwarf husband of Tyrda? Is that what this specific stanza mean? And for some reason Hendir could not give her children? And then I remember in another stanza that she also had an elven lover. Well, once we have picked up all of these stanzas, we are going to read that in full and try to understand what happened to Tyrda. The Avar war maiden. I'm just going to let them battle it out there. There is a big bear and a couple of are they Templars? Yeah, I'm just gonna watch you. Good luck, guys. May the best creature win. Okay, while they're doing that, let's pick up some loot. Some crystal grace. Oh, they're outlaws. Okay. Oh, they're ignoring us completely. Oh, there. Okay. Sadly, they were able to defeat the bear. Oh no. But it was so unfair. They're like 4, 5 people there against one bear. Oh, these enemies are of a higher level than us. They're level 8. But it's still manageable. We've only consumed 1 healing potion so far. Yeah, in terms of the games, I think Dragon Age 2 was, by some people, is considered the black sheep of the franchise. Just because it was very different in compared to the other Dragon Age games, I'd say, and the writing is a bit, kind of like, it didn't make sense at times for me. But it's still a very good game. It's still a nice adventure game. Lore-wise, I personally I think it was very good. A lot of things that happened in the game in Dragon Age 2 were monumental. They were very significant, and they led to a lot of, you know, consequences for Dragon Age Inquisition. In terms of the Mage versus Templar war and all that. The discovery of Red Lyrium. Yeah, a lot of the things that happened in the game, or the things that we learned from the game too, were pivotal. Especially for, you know, the development of this Dragon Age Inquisition, the 3rd Dragon Age game. Yeah, but one thing that I didn't really enjoy in Dragon Age 2 was how long if I'm not mistaken, is it chapter 2? It was like the first chapter was short, and then chapter 2 just like dragged on and all that. It was so long. Yeah, so in terms of like kind of organization or structure of the writing, it wasn't as, you know, smooth as the first Dragon Age, as well as Inquisition. I think this game is a bit more, you know, has a bit more kind of like smooth transition in between chapters or acts. Yay, we're almost we almost leveled up. Almost there. Almost at level 7. Another Nug Totem. We already have one in our inventory, so we'll sell that. How about you? If you've played Dragon Age, please make sure to leave a comment if you'd like to. Let us know which game in the franchise you like most, or just your thoughts in general about the franchise or each specific game. Here we have a landmark, the 3rd stanza. Honey-tongued was Thelm to Tyrda, gifts of gold and steel to start, one of Tyrda's men for warriors, stolen tribe from stolen heart. Called her tribe, the gold-handed council, lean from winter's wind knife chill. Be my bride and cross the waking, eat the gilded city's fill. Tyrda bright axe fraught with fury, crystal axe head stirred to blaze, heated well her leaf-eared lover unabashed. Okay, so this guy called Thelm is also courting Tyrda. But it seems like he only wanted to marry her for her men, for her tribe, her warriors. So, could be that he he might be the antagonist in this saga, in the story of Tirda. Oh, finally a logging stand. I think this was our very first requisition, and it took seven episodes to finish it. She told us right and proper son, 3 times around the crown statue, right hand close enough to brush the stone itself, and the spirits will listen. Everything else has been done. We slipped a silver to the chantry to save grandfather's body from the burning, and he's buried close by. 3 times around, always turning right, and the spirits will bring him back to us. Go now and don't be afraid. Okay, so this son, this young man, tried to bring back his grandpa from the dead, I guess. And now we have the quest to bring the grandfather back. Should we even do it? When his grandchild lies dead on the ground. What's the point? What's the point of bringing Grandpa back? Just to tell him that his grandson didn't make it? Does he hold some sort of treasure? Okay, we have a small camp here. Oh, we got a schematic for a masterwork Bianca, sturdy Bianca grip for Varric. Yeah, I'm glad that we finally got the logging stand for our requisition. Our very first requisition from episode 2 or something. It took us that long. But the I just don't understand the logic behind that, because the hinterlands is, you know, is filled with trees. It's a foresty area. Couldn't we just, you know? First, the very first stanza. Tell the tale of Tirda Bright Axe, Mountain Maker, Spirit's Bride, free her people, fortune fastest, made in mountains, hardy hide, wise in wisdom, claim in common counsel, great in gifts, her grateful guests. Sacrifice she did to spirits, took their teachings, followed quests. Bright her axe and breaking crystals, stirred to flame. Okay. That makes sense. That was the very first stanza. So it was all about Tirda. And it just talks about how her tribe, her clan, is composed of very strong men and women. And she is a great leader of her people. Okay. Yes, I was saying, like, you could just, you know, cut down trees anywhere in the hinterlands. Why did we need a logging stand? What did we need it for? We'll never know. Okay. An abandoned house. The Orlesian Empire. There are many lords and ladies in Val Royeaux, and I mean this literally. Once the system of noble titles in Orlais was labyrinthine. There were barons and baronets, and sub-barons, and a horde of others, each with... Okay. The Orlesian aristocracy is ancient and much given to competition. All the nobility played a grand game. As far as styles went, everything changed with the coming of Emperor Dracon, who established the Orlesian Empire as it exists now, and who created the Chantry. There is no more draconic figure in Orlais. In Val Royeaux, the statue of Dracon stands as tall as the statue of Andraste. Dracon determined that the grand game was tearing Orlais apart, so he abolished all titles besides his own, and Lord and Lady. Interesting. So, I am told, with some twittering amusement, that this action did not end the grand game as Dracon had intended, and now the lords and ladies collected unofficial titles rather than official ones, such as the exalted patron of Tassus Clay, or uncle to the champion of Trems. It is a headache to remember such titles, and one winces to think of the poor Dorman. The aristocracy is different from Ferelden in other ways as well. The Orlesians' right to rule stems directly from the maker. There exists neither the concept of rule by merit nor the status notion of rebellion. If one is not noble, one aspires to be, or at the least aspires to be in the good graces of a noble, and is ever watching for a way to enter the patronage of those better placed in the grand game. And then there are the masks and the cosmetics. I have not seen so much paint since the kennels at High ever. But that is another story from Beyond the Frostbacks by Ben Tierick of West Hill. Okay, that's a very interesting find about the Orlesian aristocracy. I wonder, what happened to the people living in this abandoned house. Maybe they left for their own safety.
But it fills the belly. You can never do that again. We're in this together. Ah, but we both lived. Listen to your elders, girl.
Oh my grandma. It's the same family that we saw a few episodes ago. They're just relaxing by the fire. It's so funny that even if is it Emperor? Yeah, Emperor Dracon abolished the many titles in Orlesian nobility. They still manage, the nobles themselves, they still manage to find ways to make titles for themselves. As they say, if there's a will, there's a way. Oh, we are...
Mercenaries?
Looks like Carta.
With both Templars and mages here, they profit greatly from smuggling lyrium.
I see. Dwarven Carta. Oh. Okay, I think this is the area that we need to explore for Varric's personal quest. So that's much later in the game. This is why we are unable to unlock that door to Valamar. And it's kind of like a dwarven town under the surface. Oh no. No! Why? I didn't want to hurt them. Are they wild, Mabari? Maybe. Mabari are dogs, that are beloved in Ferelden. Yay, we leveled up. A lot of people who hail from
Know what I
Ferelden
like about you,
have
Chuckles?
Mabari.
Your boundless optimism.
It's comforting that whatever qualities I lack, you'll invent for me, Varric.
No, really. Why else would an elven apostate help crazy chantry folk close a hole in the sky?
When you put it like that, I must concede your point.
Why else? Why else, Varric? Why else would Solus do that? Okay, let's deal with this quest. Let's try to bring grandfather back. Okay, I don't know if the... Okay, here is his grave. Let's check the quest again. A letter found on a corpse said 3 times around a crowned statue, right hand close enough to brush the stone itself. And the spirits will listen. Doing so will apparently bring Grandpa back from the dead. But is it clockwise? Is it counterclockwise? Well, 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Wait. I think because it says right hand has to be close to the statue, it's definitely counterclockwise. I should have realized it the first time. My first try. But sometimes I can be a little slow. Let's do it again. This time. Okay, let's check. Doing so will apparently bring back someone's grandpa. Grandpa. The letter writer must really miss him. Let's do it counterclockwise. Wait, no. Do it counterclockwise. Wow, I didn't realize how slow I was that day. There. Finally, we're doing it counterclockwise. The right hand must be close enough to touch the statue. There we go. Grandpa, you're tiny. What happened to you, Grandpa? You're so small. Is he a demon? He doesn't look like someone's regular grandpa. What is this? Is this a reference to something? Why is it so small? Why is he tiny? He's like half our size. I don't really know. Well, we got a blue belt from that. I don't know what we did there. I don't know the significance of that quest. Why did we even bring Grandpa back? Only 2 unalive him again. And why was he that tiny? Why did he shrink? Okay, let's try to avoid them because we've faced those. I think they were outlaws, right? We faced them earlier. I don't really like the fact that they respawn. I like it better in games like Skyrim and Fallout, where if you've completed a dungeon, it will take like 7 in-game days or 10 in-game days to for the enemies to respawn back into that dungeon. Well, when it comes to like outdoor areas, I'm not really sure if they immediately respawn after you fast travel back. Probably not, right? I think, if I remember correctly, not in Fallout. But yeah, here in Dragon Age Inquisition, you walk like a few feet away from a spawn point and then you walk back and they'll respawn immediately. Here is another logging stand. I don't think we need 2 of them. But, well, it's just nice to mark them. Like, realistically, if this was real life, it would be nice to have more than one. Who are these? Lyrium smuggler lurker. And a bear. It's so chaotic today. I feel like today we mostly just spent the entire episode engaging people in battle. But I guess that's just how it is. I think this might be a good time to end this episode. I think we've gone longer than an hour, and well, maybe once we reach the camp. Oh my. There's so many bears in this area. I think I'm just gonna let it go. We've unalived so many people today. We've defeated too many of them. It would be nice to have some peace in this camp. There we have it. We've now set up all camps, all the camps that we need in the Hinterlands, and we've completed our very first requisition from episodes ago. Now our Inquisition soldiers have more weapons. We just need a few more velveteen for this one, for the tapestries. Any more requisitions?
Nothing to report, sir.
Okay. So maybe we have
Nothing to report, sir.
already completed all the requisitions in the Hinterlands. That is good to know.
I doubt that's the last of them. Come on.
What? Oh, is it about the Lyrium smugglers? Well, it looks like we are about to complete the Hinterlands, maybe in the next episode. We only have a few quests left, and a few, most of them are probably rifts, as well as our main quest here to find Master Janet, the Horse Master. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time for another Dragon Age Inquisition Day. See ya, and goodbye.